Hey, good afternoon, Nighthawks. Hey, I want to go over a few things in the just a short video on how to conduct a search for literature and how to find peer-reviewed articles. I thought this might help, so I'm going to share my screen. Okay, and you see here, you should see the UNG library screen. And so here's where we're going to begin. And we're going to conduct this. Let's say we're going to do this on EMS stress rates. And so we're simply just going to start in here, emergency, we'll just do EMS and see what comes up. EMS stress rates, and we'll hit search. And this is straight from the UNG library, and it always takes a moment. So in your literature review, you would state that you were doing a search through EBSCO. Got it, got it. And so you see it pulls up 89,000 hits. And so we're going to put on a separate sheet of paper, and you can't see this till on my other screen, but I'll show you this in just a moment. We're going to put search EMS stress rates equal sign 89 437. And then we're going to come right over here and we're going to scroll down. Up, we're going to click on filters. We want peer reviewed only. So let's start off with peer reviewed only and apply. So when we do peer reviewed only, I'm typing this, so bear with me. Peer reviewed only equal sign 55,391. So we've already cut out 34,000. So let's go back to our filters and let's go down to publication date and let's do past 10 years. Anytime we look at anything, when we're researching anything medical, we want to stay within the last 10 years just because it's such a fast changing, uh, it's such a fast changing area, the world of medicine. So last 10 years only equals, now we're down to 34,632. So let's go back to filters again. And we want full text only. So we're putting that in our list of things that we search for. Full text, we'll put a comma. Source types, let's look at academic journals only. If I could spell, that'd be great. Academic journals only, comma. And then let's look at subject, emergency medical services. We're adding this to our list. And then let's add one more before we see what our results are. The plus 293, that's typically going to be a lot of very minor items. But we're going to go to geography and we're going to click on United States and we're going to hit apply. So let's see what this takes us to. And United States only equals 18. So really that jump from 34,632 to 18, that's too big of a jump. So let's go back to our filters and let's say, instead of yeah, we want to stay in the United States. Um, let's take out source types. Let's take out academic journals. Let's hit apply and see where that takes us to. We're still at 18. This tells us that there's a real gap in research um, when it comes to EMS stress rates over the last 10 years. So we just so we'll have more to look at, we really need to increase our numbers as far as publications are concerned. So instead of 10 years, let's back the 10 years out and let's go all time and let's see what that does for us. That takes us to 33. That doesn't really help any. Let's look at our filters again. Yeah, we're going to stay with full text. We're going to keep peer reviewed. Uh, Publication, we said all time, source types. Uh, we stuck with academic journals. Okay, so on top of emergency medical services, let's add some. Well, there's really not much to add there. So let's keep scrolling through our filters. Let's take a look and see how we look globally. So we'll go in and we'll take out United States, hit apply. That takes us up to 1,053. So let's go back to our filters. Publication date, let's do the last 10 years and look at where we're at globally. We're at 807. Let's take United States out, 807. We add United States in. It was 18. Let's see what happens if we do English language only. Um, Language, English, apply. Doesn't really change our results. So we searched EMS stress rates and we had 89,437 hits. We then did peer reviewed only academic journals and last 10 years, emergency medical services, and that took us to 807, and that's including full text. And then we did United States only, and that takes us down to 18. This shows us there's a real lack of research, but let's change what we're actually looking for. And instead of abbreviating, let's actually put a medical. Let's see if that changes anything. And that changes things quite a bit. So anytime that we run into something where the wording's not quite there, um, or the results aren't quite there, then that's something we need to look at. So we've got English, we've got last 10 years. So sources, we're going to go back to academic journals only. I believe that's where we were at. Geography, let's go back to the United States. And so now we have the 84 for EMS, oh, excuse me, for emergency medical service stress rates with the same research parameters as we did EMS. So we can combine the 18 to the 84, and now we have 102. And so what this does is this gives us a really good starting point to start going through these um, these abstracts to find out if they're looking at um, stress rates in a certain manner. Is there certain questioning that they're looking for? Are these just literature reviews that are looking at other people's work? Is it, as this one really wouldn't really work for us because what we're looking at, or the people that are the first on the accident scene, such as your EMTs and things of that nature. And so this gives you a pretty good idea, but it gives us a great starting point. We have 102 abstracts to look through. So we would have these 84, we would hit saved, we have 18 from the other one. Um, and that gives us a great stopping point or starting point, excuse me. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and from there, we're going to go through these and see what we have. And I'll make another video on the next step for everyone. But I definitely want you to be able to do a literature review and understand how literature reviews work, whether that's in one of my courses or another professor's courses. If you ever have any questions, please come to me. I'm always available to you. With that being said, have a great Nighthawk Nation day, and I will see everyone later. Have a great one, everyone. Bye bye.